This video is on how to use Craigslist to buy a used car. A guide to buying a car on Craigslist. Unless you're used to buying cars on a regular basis, the procedure might be intimidating. Vehicle history report and history-based value features, as well as other shopping options available on Carfax, can help you decide which automobile is appropriate for you. The initial search is the first step. Go to craiglist.org and look under For Sale for the Cars Plus Trucks link. You'll be asked if you want to see all available automobiles or simply those listed by dealers or private sellers. You may also limit your search to vehicles within a certain number of miles of your zip code on Craigslist. You can refine your search based on the highest and minimum costs you're willing to pay, the make and model you want, and the odometer mileage of the vehicle. You may also refine your search based on car condition and gearbox type preferences. Finally, Craigslist allows you to limit your search to automobiles with clean titles. You'll get a list of vehicles when you've typed your search criteria into the list of options and hit Enter. If your search yields no results, broaden your parameters to include more model years or miles. Use the Save Search button at the top of the page if your search still reveals nothing and you're ready to wait. When an ad meets your criteria, Craigslist will send you an automatic notification. This is also an excellent opportunity to compare used car listings on Carfax. Not only will you be able to locate more possibilities in your hunt for the ideal vehicle, but it will also serve as a benchmark for pricing based on mileage, condition, and location. Step 2. Carefully examine the listing. Once you've narrowed down your Craigslist search and a few classifieds appear that match your criteria. Although you shouldn't always judge a book by its cover, you may learn a lot about a used car by looking at its internet ad. A good seller's ad will usually give you all the information you need about the vehicle's condition and history. Although you may not be able to verify a seller's claims merely by reading the ad, you can rule out choices that raise red flags. The same may be said for the photographs. Though Craigslist's low-resolution photographs rarely tell the whole story, they can help you spot warning indications. A photo of a rusted-out automobile, for example, could deter you from abandoning your work in the middle of the day to pursue a low-cost truck that the owner claims is in perfect shape. Step 3. Make contact with the seller. Begin the conversation by sending an email or text message to see if the vehicle is still available. You might also want to request more photographs or higher resolution versions of the photos that have been posted. Request a phone number if the ad does not provide one. The same can be said regarding the vehicle's position. Call the seller if the vehicle is still available and you have their phone number. A few minutes on the phone may usually raise your confidence or encourage you to go on to the next automobile. Examine the stories around the car for contradictions as well. If a salesperson says the vehicle has spent its entire life in road salt-free Arizona, and then goes on to say how fantastic it is in the winter, you should politely thank them and walk on. Learn how to avoid curbstoning if you're buying from an individual or an unknown vendor. Inquire if the vehicle has a title and if it has any issues, such as an outstanding loan, or lien, or if the title is rebuilt or salvaged. Finally, if the vehicle identifying number, or VIN, was not included in the advertisement, ask for it. Step 4. Take a look at a Carfax report. Before you meet in person, run a Carfax vehicle history report using the VIN. The Carfax report will provide you a more in-depth look into the vehicle you're considering, and it can often confirm or refute information provided by the seller. Even so, don't pass judgment on a seller based on minor anomalies revealed by this report, especially if they have no bearing on the vehicle's attractiveness or value. A seller, especially if they're the second or third owner, may not be aware of all the facts on the report. Step 5. Inspect the vehicle and meet the seller. Although Craigslist's anonymity and low-cost listing method provide particular security risks, the inspection process should be the same as with any other vehicle transaction. Meet and view the car in the daylight, and bring a companion if possible. Choose a high-traffic, neutral area, such as a gas station or a parking lot at a retail mall. Better yet, meet at one of the growing number of safe exchange zones across the country. These zones are usually found in police station parking lots and are constantly monitored. You may have protected yourself from being the victim of an assault or robbery if a seller refuses to do business at a police station. Step 6. Agree on a sale price. You've discovered the best automobile. The buyer guarantees you that they have or can readily obtain the title. So, what's next? Given Craigslist's nature, you might want to attempt negotiating a lower selling price. Because most purchasers rarely agree to the whole amount, most people set their asking price a little higher than they expect to sell the vehicle for. Use the information you've gathered to influence your offer if you've done your homework and know what comparable automobiles are selling for. Keep in mind that it's better to give a fair price right away. Lowballing with an offer far below fair market value might completely sour a sale. If you're unsure what to offer, inquire about the seller's bargain pricing and go from there. Note: before buying any used car, make sure to have it inspected by a professional before buying it. Making the purchase, Step 7. It's time to finish the final transaction once you've reached an agreement. This is the point at which you hand over your hard-earned cash and the seller hands over the vehicle, title, and bill of sale. Leave your money at home while you bargain for safety's sake, then meet at the bank to deliver it. Everything you do once you've arrived at the bank will be recorded. You can also get the sale documents notarized by a bank teller or staffer, which helps establish credibility with the tax collector's office or the Department of Motor Vehicles. Again, a vendor who refuses to do business through a bank should be avoided. The majority of private sellers will accept cash or a cashier's check as payment. Avoid wire transfers in general since they're difficult to set up. Always get a bill of sale, which will act as your payment receipt, and double-check its accuracy, regardless of how you pay. Remember, before buying any used car, always make sure to have it inspected by a professional before buying it. Click the link below for more information and to start a search.